Peace, everybody. What's good? This is our boy George Malachi Williams, and you and I are tuned to New Media Today USA. Let's go. All right, everybody. Right now, I have some real good news for you. We take this earpiece out. This is pertaining to Tyson the Gypsy King Fury versus Anthony Joshua. As of right now, as you know, Deontay Wilder is what I call him, Beyonce, because he's full of drama and he acts very funny sometimes, funny style sometimes. You know, the country boy from Alabama. Ex-champion who got beat, knocked out, defeated on Black History Month by Tyson the Gypsy King Fury, that guy. Well, as you know, Tyson, Deontay Wilder is suing Tyson Fury to fight for that trilogy match for the third fight. As you know, they fought twice. They fought the first time, when Tyson Fury infamously rose from the dead in the 12th round, and he ended up finishing that fight and ended up on it being a draw in the first fight. The second fight, we already know what happened last year, Black History Month. Tyson Fury said that he was going to step to Deontay Wilder. He said he was going to beat him. He said he was going to beat him like the little man that he is. He wasn't going to run. He wasn't going to back up. He was coming straight forward. He was going to fight on the front foot, meaning being front foot dominant. And that's exactly what he did. He worked Deontay Wilder's body very well, weakened him, and he beat him. You know what I mean? So now Tyson Fury didn't want to fight him anymore. He wants to, fight the unification match. He wants to fight for undisputed between him and Anthony Joshua. If Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua are able to make this fight happen, this will by far be the biggest fight in boxing since Tyson and Lennox Lewis, since Tyson and Evander Holyfield. This would be the biggest fight in boxing if they're able to make this happen. This would be up there with Floyd Mayweather and Pacquiao if these two can fight, because you're going to have a global. People from all over the world is going to watch this fight. Maybe not more so in the United States, because the United States, they pretty much, a lot of the fans, they pretty much hate on the UK. So if LDBC is not going to like neither one of them, because if it's not a PBC fighter, they're going to hate on them and come out and be the haters that they are. So we know how that's going to be. But if the Gypsy King can get Anthony Joshua, or Anthony Joshua can get the Gypsy King in the ring, and they can fight, let's see, later on this year, for unification, undisputed, that'd be huge in boxing. That would be huge. You see what I'm saying? But Anthony Joshua has to take care of Usyk. I think Usyk is his mentor for the WBO title. So he's going to have to try to get Usyk not to exercise that, put him on the side a little bit. I don't know how him and Eddie Hearn is going to work that out, but this is what Anthony Joshua is going to have to do. And as for Tyson Fury, he's going through litigation right now with Deontay Wilder. Beyonce is what I call him. Deontay Wilder over the trilogy match. He said he doesn't want to fight him anymore. Has nothing to do with him being afraid. He said that he doesn't like the way that Deontay Wilder has lied on him and pretty much the LDBC, talking about Glovegate, and then Deontay Wilder starts saying a lot of racial stuff about him and his people, the Gypsies from the UK, from Ireland. So he said because he's using a lot of the racial stuff and against him, saying a lot of racist stuff against him, that he doesn't ever want to have anything to do with Beyonce Wilder ever again. He feels disrespected. That Deontay Wilder disrespected him. Not only him, but he disrespected his culture. And I understand that. You see what I'm saying? Because, so Blue Blood Sports TV said that, hey, now Tyson Fury is trying to use the race card. Okay, well, a lot of these blacks in America use the race card all the time, i.e. the LDBC. Blue Blood Sports TV use the race card all the time, talking about how white media treats black fighters and this and that and yada, 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 yada. And when Tyson Fury beat Deontay Wilder, they went to talk about a white and black thing, all this stuff there. They went to sending death threats to Sugar Hill, this guy that a guy from the LDBC told Sugar Hill on boxing barbershop conversations what he he said that he wished the man burnt up in the car. Let me get this guy's name. I think I got his name down right here. His name is Drew the Titan. Said that he wished that Sugar Hill got burnt up in the car. So he's saying that that he wished death on this man, harm on this man, all because Deontay Wilder got his ass whooped. Saying by the Gypsy King. So this is the type of hate and animosity that the LDBC come with. They say they pro-black, but they're not. There's nothing pro-black about them, because they hate Terrence Crawford in the name of criticizing him, but they really hate him. They always got something negative to say about Terrence Crawford. But I don't want to talk about Terrence Crawford right now. I just want to stick to the story about Anthony Joshua and Tyson the Gypsy King. So he doesn't want to have anything to do with Deontay Wilder. So if the judge rules in Beyonce's favor, Deontay Wilder's favor, then then will Tyson Fury be willing to give up the belt? And if he's willing to give up the belt in order to get that fight with Anthony Joshua, so be it. You see what I'm saying? Because that'll be the biggest payday of Deontay Wilder's life if he was a rematcher. You know what I mean, for the third time. So, so from a financial standpoint, I see why Beyonce wants to fight him again. Me personally, I think that if the same Tyson Fury shows up that showed up in fight 2, he's gonna beat Deontay the same way he beat him the last time. And this time it ain't gonna be no more excuses because you fired Mark Breland, the black coach, and you kept the white coach, but you're supposed to be pro-black. You know what I mean? You're supposed to be pro-black, but you got 2 white managers. Shelly Finkel and JD's. You see what I'm saying? So this I don't get it. How can you be pro-black but you got your whole team white? Pretty much. Yeah, you're affiliated with Al Haymon with the PBC, but fact of the matter is your 2 managers are white. So, but that's neither here nor there. I care nothing about the race card. I don't get caught up in none of that stuff. But I'm just saying the double standard that they come with. The LDBC and Beyonce, they come with all of this black stuff, but you fail to mention that, hey, JD's is white. That's Beyonce Wilder's manager, and then Shelly Finkel was white also. But that's neither here nor there. But let me tell you something, guys. If Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua, with Anthony Joshua one of my favorite fighters, and Tyson Fury is my favorite heavyweight, are able to make this happen, make this fight happen, I'm telling you, man, this will be huge for the sport of boxing. The fans are really going to get something great. This will really be good for the fans if we can get this fight between these two. Or if we can get the fight between Beyonce Wilder and Tyson Fury, that'd be a great fight also. You see what I'm saying? Because I would love to see that fight again. Because me personally, I think that Tyson Fury would beat Deontay Wilder ass again. And me personally, that's what I think. I think if the Tyson Fury shows up the third fight that showed up in the second fight, Beyonce don't stand a chance. Period. Because he doesn't know how to box. He only has that one punch. And remember, in the second fight, he caught Tyson Fury several times, probably like 3 or 4 times, maybe like 3 times with that right hand, and Tyson Fury ate it, and he backed up, and he stepped to him, winning his chest. Beyonce Wilder cannot fight off the back foot. That's his problem. He can't fight off the back foot, and he can't take body shots. So if you work his body, keep him going back, and you put that mental pressure on him, and hit him with a lot of feints, if he can't get the timing right, that right hand, he's in trouble because it forces him to box. And, he can't do that. So, but what do you guys think, man? So if right now there's not a date yet, this is what Bob Arum is saying. Bob Arum is saying that right now they are in negotiations. Eddie Hearn said that everything has been agreed upon with Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. It's just a couple of things they need to work out, but everything has pretty much been agreed upon. But on Anthony Joshua's side of the fence, he's going to have to work something out with Alexander Usyk. Work something out with him. You pay him some step-aside money or whatever the case may be, so he don't challenge to be the mandatory for that WBO, because Usyk is the mandatory for the WBO. And as it relates to Tyson Fury, he's going to court litigation with Deontay Wilder. Beyonce is what I call him, because for the trilogy. Deontay Wilder is suing him. So, so we're going to see how this works out. I don't know all the particulars of what's going to happen. We don't know what the judge is going to say, and with the WBC, with the Beyonce Wilder and Tyson Fury, and we don't know what Anthony Joshua is going to be to work out with Alexander Usyk with the WBO, him being the mandatory. If they can work that out, we might can get a fight between those two, man. Maybe June, summer of this year, and we can get a fight between the summer of this year between Tyson the Gypsy King, one of my favorite fighters, Fury, and Anthony Joshua, one of my other favorite fighters. If we can get that fight would be huge. That fight would be massive. That would be a mega fight. Period. Hands down. Point blank. So what do you guys think? Do you think that and tell me something else, guys. Who you think will win that fight? If Anthony Joshua fights Tyson Fury, Tyson Fury says he's gonna knock Anthony Joshua out. He'll beat him. You know what I mean? I just think that Tyson Fury is too big, and I think if he fight front foot dominant, I think that he'll give Joshua problems. But Joshua is a great fighter myself. I just think that Tyson Fury is he's a real big fighter. And I think that he would give Anthony Joshua a lot of problems. But we anxious to see that fight. We would love to see that fight. Or which one would you rather see? Would you rather see Tyson Fury fight Anthony Joshua in order to find out who's going to be undisputed? Or do you think that would you rather see Tyson Fury fight Deontay Wilder again and find out what's going to happen in the trilogy? Other than that, please like, share, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Tell me what you guys think, man. Leave the comments below. Once again, it's our boy George Malachi Williams, representing for New Media Today USA. Peace.